What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buzzworthy TV. And I'm your girl, Lady T. And today, we are talking Love and Hip Hop Lives, The Wedding. Well, y'all, I'm not going to give y'all a full review. You want to know why? Because the wedding was too freaking long. Too long for me to try to write notes. Too long for me to even remember every damn thing. So, I'm just coming y'all and telling you what I enjoyed about the wedding and what I didn't like. Okay, so I am going to do my top 5 of each. My top 5 that I liked and top 5 that I didn't like. Okay, number 5. Let me tell y'all. I love the actual idea of it being live. Like, we could tell it was live. So that was kind of cute. Just to see that this is the first time that they had did it. So that was cute. Number 4. Number 4, what I liked. I like the fact that you got to see everybody come out, you know, from the different franchises. So you got to see people from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, as well as people from Love and Hip Hop New York, even from people from previous seasons of Love and Hip Hop. Like, I mean, Mama Jones was there. I was like, get it, girl. You know, I've always liked Mama Jones. So she was there to support Yandy. And, you know, a lot of people was tweeting like, wow, you know, she there. And people start bringing up Chrissy like, dang, I know Chrissy's salty that, you know, she been waiting to marry Jim and Yandy's getting married before her. Not to mention that Chrissy's older than Yandy and she's getting married. But, however, whatever. I like seeing Mama Jones there because, you know, you can tell that they really did have a friendship outside of reality TV. And, you know, she came to support. Okay, number 3. Everybody looked amazing. Everybody did look nice. Even some people who look better than others, I still had no complaints because across the board, everybody looked really nice. Let's see, number 2, which was a tie, but this is number 2. Number 2 was K. Michelle's performance of Fall For You. Y'all, I'm an R&B head. I love real music. Well, I can't even say I'm an R&B head. Like I just said, I love real music. Whether it's pop, rock, R&B, blues, jazz, I just love real music. And the redundancy that's on the radio now and that's supposedly hot, I can't deal. So to see, you know, K. Michelle bring to life a song that I just love. Now, y'all know, I go up for R&B music, and so I've had Lila James's album, Fall For You, since it came out last summer. And I have had that single, Fall For You, on repeat ever since I purchased the CD. So I was just happy, number 1, that Lila James is getting the recognition that she deserves. So shout out to Lila James. Like, if y'all don't know, a couple of weeks ago, she was just on Dancing with the Stars performing that song. And a lot of people jumped on iTunes and on Twitter, was giving her props and was buying the single from just seeing her on a national television show. And then, you know, K. Michelle bringing in all the Love and Hip Hop fans by going in and singing the hell out that song. And a lot of people was like, why didn't have Lila James do it? I mean, they could have. I mean, I'm all for Lila James, but I think it's more so, it was a Love and Hip Hop thing. And when you got somebody that sings as well as K. Michelle does, that's affiliated with Love and Hip Hop, I'm with it. So I was really good. I was really happy about that. You know, I'm just so happy she's getting her recognition. I'm so glad that people are starting to understand the great artistry that is Lila James, y'all. You know, she tried to be doing R&B Divas LA, but, you know, I never hate on anybody's talent. And shout out to K. Michelle. I love how K. Michelle has used the platform of Love and Hip Hop to create her a legitimate brand, and yet does not throw shade at the platform that put her to where she is now. You know, like a lot of people who get a legitimized brand, they be like, oh, I'm too good for this show. Especially something like, Love and Hip Hop, which is known for just basically, ratchet Instagram models and artists and all that, and just for fighting and all that. She does not disassociate herself with them. In fact, she ain't burning no bridges. She's there to support. She might not be there, for all the foolishness, but she comes on the show. She shows her face. She comes to events and shows her support. So shout out to K. Michelle. We could all learn from her and how to really navigate when you want to call yourself being in the business. Okay? And my favorite, I'm a romantic, so my favorite was the actual ceremony and Mendeecees and Yandy exchanging vows. And oh man, when Amir came down the aisle with the sign, Daddy, here comes Mommy, I was like, oh. And side note, y'all, just a little side note, Mendeecees, who this son, or should I say, who this baby? If y'all don't know, pay attention. Mendeecees has a son that is a couple years younger than Lil Mendeecees. So he's about a year or two older than Amir. And I'm like, wow, break babies. Man, break babies are so disrespectful. But hey, get it how you live. I know stuff happened, but I was like, break baby. So anyway. Now the 5 things that I didn't like. It was too doggone long. Like 2 hours. 2 hours of basically people just coming in. They could have reduced it to an hour, and we still could have got our life, because the actual ceremony was really good, and I actually did like seeing all the people who did attend and seeing them walk in. But I just feel like they could condense that in an hour and kept it moving. Number 4, what I didn't like is the fact that they was integrating the live segment with some pre-taped like reality special. I didn't like that. I'm like, y'all could have kept that separate. Y'all could have had like a cute little 4-week special leading up to her and the big wedding, showing her planning, showing her picking out a venue and all that. And then we could have got the little live wedding, and that could have been an hour. I mean, a lot of people were saying that does sound good, but, that would have interrupted Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, because it's already back on. And I'm like, yeah. But then I'm like, no, Mona Scott Young is a pimptress. She could have maybe arranged where their wedding, little wedding special could have aired on a different day, and we could have got, we could have got 2 doses of Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? Because I really would have liked to have had a more in-depth and detailed on, the ups and downs of her planning this wedding. I mean, we've been waiting for so long. Okay, number 3. Let's see. Number 3. I didn't like the commentary when the actual wedding started, because just like It's Rock said, once we got to the wedding, we wanted to enjoy the wedding. We didn't need a sports commentary. It felt like we didn't want to feel like we was watching a sports event. So I didn't like that. Number two, I didn't like the whole interaction about the dress, the social media aspect of it, where you could just pick out her dress. I don't know. To me, a wedding is something special. So you having commentaries while people are walking down the aisle, and you sitting up there having people tweet which dress they like. Sometimes we just want it simple. You could have just let us watch the wedding. You could even have said, since y'all were interviewing Yandy throughout the whole show, I know that it's between 2 dresses, can't wait to see which one you chosen, something like that. But we didn't need the social media aspect. Number 1, guess this has to do with it being live. It went over the 2 hours that it was allowed. It. The actual wedding was actually 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I was like, wait a minute, this is just as long as that TLC movie that they had did last year. VH1 did. So I'm like, for real? So I know that goes back into what I was saying about it being too long, but the fact that it was too long and it went over the 2 hours was like, made it extra long. We didn't need all that. So anyway, y'all, that's just my take on the whole, wedding special. Let me know what y'all thought about it down in the comments. All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace and love.